Welcome to Yeshiva Daf Shir sponsor Lui Nishmas Army Akashon Lea Basitzchok. Holding Basra Daf Samach Gimel. We're starting in Mud Aleph, 5 lines on the top. It says more Pshito. Omar, someone said, who said? The Rashbam learns can be either a Bori or a Shchimera. We should discuss it, maybe it has to be specific to Shchimera. But someone says, Yachloik Ploini Benechasa. Someone will divide the Benechasa. Now, Yachloik, says the Gemara, important stands, it means a division. What does it mean, division? Divide it to half. Palgo means he's giving 50%. Tnu chelek l'ploy benechosem. Whatever they didn't say achloik. He says give a piece. Chelek means a piece. It could be means 50%. It could be means only a small piece. What do? You don't know what to do. You split it. Ma'ayom ma'avir b'kisi toshva. The Tanoim tnu chelek l'ploy bebor. Give a chelek in the bor. Right? The Rashbam says talk about a bor of 9 water. How much is what does it mean chelek in the bor? It either means 50% or only something small. So what do you give? Suchos oimer ain't pachas meravi. Give not less than a quarter. Why? It may be 50%. It may be only something small. So you give half of that. So a little more than a quarter. Lechovis, what about a barrel? The Rashbam explains that a barrel, you have 2 barrels in a bor. So if I'm giving a barrel, what does it mean a chelik in a barrel? He's 50% of that, which is a quarter. Or it means not something very small. You split it into 2, you give 1/8. Ain't pachas shrinis. Like deiro, which is a little jar. Ain't pachas b'yud base, not less than 12. Why? 1 over 12. Why? Because if you tell them a half means a 6. Basically, there's 3 jars for a bor. So if I give half of that, it's a 6. Because I'm not sure, I give 1 over 12. L'tafiach. What's a tafiach? Tafiach is a small cup. Ain't pachas b'yishasa. Because a tafiach, if a full tafiach, if you told him half of a tafiach, there'll be an 1/8. But because we don't not sure, we give 1 out of 16. You always split it. And that's Shita Suchos, always. That's Suchos over here. Suchos always, we don't moment to multiple stuff like Cholkim. Says the Rashbam, we pass like Suchos. Toy says over here, we don't pass like Suchos. Says what Torah about Ben Levi, Shemochar Sodal Yisrael. Ben Levi sold the field to Yisrael. Romaloi. Almenat, Shemaiser Rishon Shili. Says, I want to keep for myself, Maiser Rishon. The din is Maiser Rishon Shili. He can keep for himself, Maiser Rishon. If Omar Levi Lebonai, he says, I want to give it to my children. If he dies, give it to the children. If he says, only as long as you're owning the field, I keep the Meiser Rishon. If you're not owning the field, so I don't keep the Meiser Rishon. Then Mocher, the buyer sells it. The Chazov Lagakot, he took it back. Ein loy alav klum. He's not going to take anything. Why not? Why? Why is not taking anything? Because he said, he told the seller sells to Reuven. Tells Reuven, as long as it's yours, I keep the Meiser Rishon. Once Reuven sells it to Shimon, it's not Meiser Rishon anymore. Now Shimon owns everything. Shimon sells back to Reuven. Now Reuven has back the Meiser Rishon. Here the Rishon discussion mentioned the Ramban that how can you mashma over here that the Meiser Rishon belongs to the Levi, but can the owner do the Meiser Rishon? Can he be mafresh the Meiser Rishon? Don't we say that one can't do Meiser Rishon on behalf of his friend? So, as the Ramban points out, it really comes up from the Rashbam over here. The only thing that the owner has, the original owner, is Tova Sanah. Tova Sanah means he has the right to give the Meiser Rishon to anybody else. He doesn't really own the Meiser Rishon. Says the Gemara, one second, you can't be kohen do shlo b'loyno. The Meiser didn't come into the world. And as the Rashbam and Tois point out, even in Rabbi Meir, the Rashbam depends on the Girsa, but Tois says very clearly, even according to Amir, this is you need to have something here. You have a tree, I'm buying the fruits. But here, nothing grew yet. The Rashbam brings another Nekuda here that maybe you could say, that Toys actually brings it too, that the problem is Lebonai to my children. And he says, it's Ledover Shalabaloyim. Amir, not Ledover Shalabaloyim. Can I get 2 some Shalabaloyim? He doesn't like this shot. Anyway, the Gemara says, how can you do that? He said, because Meiser Rishon should be mine, so he kept for himself the place of the Meiser. The Rashbam points out, he said Al-Manas, so he wanted to be. He brings me first to say Al-Manas, he says you don't have to get to that. Al-Manas says I really wanted to be, I wanted to work. So how do I make it work? Make it work by I keep the field, I retain the field for myself. Someone sells a place to his friend, and he says, I want to keep the due to Elyon. We'll see in the more what due to Elyon means. So the din is, due to Elyon, he does keep the due to Elyon. Right? That's he's going to come and going to keep the dutel yod. What are we trying to get from here? So let's just see the beginning of the Rashbam. Almost as the last Rashbam in the Amud. Price to Shmini in the call tonight. Shein Olay Malev Elo Moirid Elim Ken Shir. I mean shir Mokum not support. If you say al Manas, it shows you want to do more over here. Right? Now, what is Dutel Yonah? So the Rashbam explains, that Dutel Yonah means the roof. Dutel Yonah means the top roof with the fence. Anyway, it's not sold. What are you almanas? Anyway, you're not selling the roof, as we'll see soon. There's no purpose about it. It's just something else, as I was going to explain in a moment. So the extra words tell me I want more. So the Rashbam learns that Dutel Yonah means the roof. The Toises, very long Toises, Daf Samech Tal and Daf, goes on through the Sugya. He brings the Dutel Yonah, he brings a video time that says Dutel Yonah doesn't mean the roof. Dutel Yonah means the last rows of stones on the top of the building. That last part belongs to me. Says the Gemara, that I keep it. If he wants to take a zizi, what does it mean take a zizi? So that means says you want to take out beams out of the roof into the chutzah. Go to the Rebbeinu Tam, you want to take a zizim from that Dutel Yonah. So, right, even though he's making the house heavy, according to the Rebbeinu Tam. Says the Rashbam, it says the Toises here in this Amud. What's the problem? He's taking a zizim. He's going to be doing using space in the chutzah. We're not talking about someone who sold the chutzah. We're talking about someone who sold the house. So why does it bother the one owner of the house? Says the Toises here, according to the Rashbam, Pshat is no. Talking about that he wants to build another structure and he wants to lean the beams on the building. So it makes the building heavy. So that's why, that's the chiddush that he says. Not only I'm going to keep the roof, I want to use it to put beams on it. He wants to build the second floor, he can build. The Gemara is going to explain soon. We're going to get to the end of the Amud, as the Rashbam and Toises right away sentenced to there, that it means that if it fell, that second floor that he has, if it fell, he can rebuild it. Not according to Rabbeinu Tam. Rabbeinu Tam learns that he's going to build another floor without making it heavy. Meaning he's make beams, metal beams, and build the second floor on top. He has the airspace to build on top. But according to the Rashbam, means he's going to build the second floor if that floor falls. Visual as vida indiktani zosumes. Elapo mai zosumes kasha. Says going back. According to the Rashbam, very gishmak. Razvid said that I can not only can use the roof, I can also build beams. Says the Gemara, okay, that's zosumes. Meaning, after I told you that when you have when you add the words almanas, you're coming to add something. What are you adding over here? Not only I have the right for the roof, I have the right for the beams. But according to your Papa, what are you saying? If I'm allowed to have my second floor, that's not a chiddush. I knew that anyway. It's not zosumeris. It's not based on what I just said with almanas. You're telling me when I keep the roof, I have the right to rebuild the roof. So what says Kashi? Right, that's a good question. According to Rebbeinu Tam, if we're talking about that he's building something not on top of the roof, he's not making it heavy. So again, what's the zosumeris? What is the chiddush? Very similar. It's of course that if he keeps to himself the top part of the house, then he can go and build on top of it. Says the Gemara, someone who sells a house to his friend. The cost of lay, even though he says height and depth. He says the words. He still has to say the words. You're going to be I'm giving you also from the bottom of the earth to up to the Shemai. My time. Right? If I say you're not going. Meaning, if I just sell you the house, I'm not selling you the depth of the house or the height. I'm not selling you the bottom of the house and height. Right? So, as the Rashbam learns, you have to say the words Unkaviruma. So, you Bava just tells you that I'm giving you the actual house, the roof, the bottom part, I'm giving you the whole thing. Also the bottom of the house. I'm giving you the house itself. So what did I add by saying bottom of the earth? Adding also other structures like the pit. So if I give you the house, it's only the house only. I say I'm giving you the roof, I'm giving you the bottom of the house. I mean, saying we have also the pits. Tell you the Rashbam says, so why do you say till the Shemaim? So the Rashbam, because what do you want to say? Till the house? So I'm going to buy only the pit. So I have to say till Shemaim. Maybe the Shemaim doesn't help, but Teresa here argues and says, there's other little shares you could say. You may have, we're talking about, maybe you could build something, you could build pits above the roof. They used to do mikavois on the roof, says Teresa. So I'm going to add that. Says the Gemara, you're right. We're going to learn in the next daf. You don't sell the pit, even though you wrote Umkavrum. If you want to tell me that just by saying house, I buy the height and the depth, I have the extra words over here. I don't need to say the words. So why does Umkavrum not buy the pit? You see from here, the words Umkavrum give you the actual house, the roof, the bottom, the basement, but not the bottom of it, but not the pit. Says the Gemara, what says in the Mishnah, they didn't write the words Umkavrumo. He didn't write it. So it's more of a Alba Bish Kosav done. But that's what he wrote. So Alba Bish Kosav like Kimisha Kosav Dami Lemikre Umkavrumo. Even though I didn't write it, I don't have to write it. Part of the house is also Umkavrumo. In other words, not like Rav Dimi. Rav Dimi I wanted to say that if I sell you the house, Umkavrum is not included. So we're no, Umkavrum is included. I, the Mishnah, says I have to write Umkavrum. You don't have to write it. Means whenever I sell a house, I'm including within it the Umkavrum. Now, right? So you coin Umkavrum. But as Kimish Kosol David Umkavrum, you can do to Michilois, but to purchase the bits, it costs a Umkavrum. Akani, if you like us, you have to actually write the words. So the way you read the Mishnah, look at the Lashon of the Rashbam. The Rashbam says, it's 4 lines to the bottom of the Amud. This is the Mashmos of the Mishnah. Even though you agreed, you're not creating it. Even though Umkavrum is included, it's not part of it. And then we come and say, but he calls Kani, look at the look at it. If he did write it, maybe he is Kani. So no Rayo to Rav Dim. So we'll bring another Rayo. Said the Gemara, Veloy Sagag. We talk about our Mishnah without the roof. So if he has a fence of a Sort Tvochim. Says the Gemara, Dav Savdav Aleph, if you tell me that the Umkavrumo is already included in the house. Why does Sort Tvochim make a difference? Here the Rishonim was struggling to explain what is the question of the Gemara. Sort Tvochim makes it different because it's not a Chashim Niyatza. So what's the Shaila? So the way, let's see the way Rashbam says it. The room is right? In other words, we're talking about here 10 and above. 10 is on its own. And any year above 10. Continues the Rashbam. But if you do have a fence of 10 tefachim, according to the roof, it's not height. Right? So it's part of the house. So according to the Rashbam, really the Gemara is focusing on what's Ruma. Ruma means not the roof. It means the roof above 10 tefachim. He doesn't like that. He just goes to the Mimshat. But it wants to say maybe it's not. We're talking about the beginning. Meaning, if you want to see toys inside, when you really finish the Kayarasha of Lois Sagak, the Bish Leil, that if shall be Ilma Bish with the stomach, the Koni Unkavirumo, Kivan the Betoyrach by the Knikni Rumo, as in fact, it's very hard to be kind of the roof. At the Shabbat, when Gag of Esot fucking the Kona Gag. So going to tell you the chat is, how do I know you're not by roof? I say, oh, good room, I buy roof, but not 10 tefachim. Everything is a little bit of a krechts, according to Tosis. According to Yeshiva, we're talking really only above 10 tefachim. So what is the more saying? The more saying, you say, lo yisagad, when he has 10 tefachim. If you hold the bestomi konim karum, I do konim karumo, ki gavar asor tefachim, my avi. What happens to tefachim? And the gavar asor tefachim choshev. It's choshev v'yatzvoi, and it's not part of it. It's not part of the roof. So that's why it's not konim. Only if you have Ashi Toshma, because another way. Don't much look at this to Meres. How moicher by the chaver v'almai lo amenachet yutel yoynu sheli, yutel yoynu sheli. That's what he just said before. You are coining the house with the yutel yoynu. According to Rashba means the roof. You can put it in beams. Who understands now at this stage? You want to be a second floor. You want to build above that roof another floor. I can build that as well. If you're staying if you're not coining it, so why have to know almanas? In other words, we said if he said he kept his he can build a second floor and above. He can build 2, 3, 4 floors above it. Says the Gemara, why need almanas? Anyway, it's not sold. Room is not included in the house. Says the Gemara, no, you're misunderstanding. We're not talking about you can build the second 3 floors above the house. Talking about that rooftop, if it falls, you can rebuild it. That's what it means. So it could be the Unkavaruma is included in the sale. When I say almanas, is I'm keeping for myself the roof and I can rebuild it. But if I want to say almanas, maybe I can't rebuild it. So there's no riot to Rav Dimi that said, Rav Dimi Nardar that said the Unkavaruma is not included in the house. Okay, so we'll stop over here, continue in the next mission, the next half.